Good day to everyone. I am Dr. M. Jayaprakash Dev, Associate Professor in the Department of Marine Biotechnology, Amet University. I have been teaching the subject Environmental Science for quite a long period for both undergraduate students as well as postgraduate students. The Government of India has made it mandatory to offer the course Environmental Science for all the undergraduate students, irrespective of the discipline where they are studying. So, what is the speciality of this environment science? That is what I am going to discuss briefly in this session. So, this subject, environment studies, is a fundamental subject. It is a combination of many subjects actually. It is being taught, I think, even from the standard 2 onwards. The subject of environment studies is being started from the schools onwards, and it continues until the higher education, that is undergraduate studies, and even some of the postgraduate subjects also have the subject environmental studies or environment sciences. Environment science as such, it is an interdisciplinary subject. It comprises of almost all subjects on the planet Earth. So firstly, I would like to define what is this environmental science is all about. So definition means not the subject definition. I would like to give it as a basic definition. Like environment means it is the surrounding, simply the surrounding. But technically, surrounding means it has two basic components. The surrounding means the planet Earth is having two basic components. One is living resources, that means biotic resources. Another is non-living resources, that is abiotic resources. Biotic resources includes plants, animals, microorganisms, and whatever it is, living things are all called as biotic resources or biotic components of the planet Earth. So abiotic components are the rivers, oceans, mountains, volcanoes, everything, whatever they are present in the natural environment, which are not living, are called as non-living component of the environment. So the environmental science is fundamentally the study of both living as well as non-living components of the planet Earth, and also to study how these two components are interacting with each other. Because whatever the living organisms does, it impacts the non-living component of the planet Earth. Whatever the adverse or some happenings happen in the non-living component or abiotic component of the planet Earth also affects the living components or biotic components of the planet Earth. So these interaction may be beneficial, sometimes harmful also. So we have to study the interaction, both beneficial as well as harmful interactions between these two components of the environment. That also includes the study of environment science. Now, why we have to study this environment science quite elaborately for several years? That is a big question to all of you. So I would like to say that this environment science is a subject of everyone. Everyone has to understand this subject. Because I would like to say that this planet Earth is the only one resource what we have. We have so many stars, millions of stars we have. We have millions of rivers, everything. We have many things. But we have only one planet Earth. So what is the speciality of this planet Earth? Planet Earth is the only one planet in the solar system which contains atmosphere with good amount of oxygen, 21% of oxygen, and remaining more than 70% of nitrogen, and many other gases. So this oxygen is the gas which drives the all living organisms in the planet Earth. So without oxygen, no living organism can survive. So this is the only planet having oxygen. This is the only planet having liquid water. And this is the only planet having living organisms. No other planet has so far identified to have any living forms to our knowledge, or to have the living environment to sustain our life. So we have to preserve this planet Earth. Whatever we are doing, both for the living organisms as well as the non-living components, can adversely affect the planet Earth. So that is why all the people have to study the subject environmental science. Say for example, if you are a civil engineer, you are constructing a major road along the mountain or around the mountain, and if you are not considering the environment, it may lead to the loss of several valuable forest resources, biological resources, and that may adversely affect. I like to mention one important event here at this juncture of COVID-19 pandemic, how these environmental impacts can cause so much of loss to both human life as well as the economy of the entire globe. Sometime back, the people must have known that there is another pandemic of several swine flu and other flus. The swine flu, there is a theory saying that how it could have been evolved. The study goes around a country where they have destroyed some amount of forest. The forest was harboring several living organisms, including some kind of fruit-eating birds. But so these bats, remember, they are harboring so much of viruses. But the viruses are not harmful for those bats. But if they passed on to the human being, they must be potential pathogens like what we are having in the novel coronavirus or Nipah virus or the swine flu virus. So the swine flu virus has originally thought to be evolved from the bats only. The people have destroyed the forest and they have made some developmental activities in the forest. So the bats have migrated from that original place, from forest to the nearby mountain areas where they had so many pig farms. So the pig farms were situated alongside the mountain. So the bats which were eating several fruits and other things, they rest during the daytime in the roof of the pig farms. So they used to excrete their waste materials, and sometimes they also get in contact with the pigs, and the excreta falls on the food materials of the pigs. And from the excreta as well as the contact from the bats, the pigs have got the flu virus. The pigs were not so affected because their body immune system is different from that of human immune system, and the caretakers of the pigs have picked up the infection from the pigs. And when it enters to the human body, the virus became so virulent and it became as a swine flu. So that's what the hypothesis says. So that is why I'd like to mention that whatever we are doing with the environment may have greater impact on the human life as well as our economy. So we have to always consider the subject environment science as one of the most important subject of any of the discipline. That is what the government has directed all the universities and colleges to have environment science as one of the fundamental as well as compulsory subject in their curriculum. So this is the major importance of environmental science.